The Garden of Moving Stones, The Shape Before the Fixing. This is a story about three Angelteers who enter a remarkable garden where every visitor is encouraged to move, trim, straighten, polish, and improve whatever does not look quite right. Their 15th miracle-minded adventure begins when they discover that seeing clearly may require less rearranging and more willingness to let what is here be exactly as it is. The three Angelteers entered the Garden of Moving Stones beneath a vine-covered archway. A sign read, "Improve something before you leave." Spider Monkey grinned. "I was born ready." Everywhere, visitors were correcting the garden. One man turned flowers so they all faced the same direction. Children straightened crooked branches with string. Howler Monkey watched a gardener trimming a bush into a cube. That bush appears to have lost an argument. Squirrel unfolded the garden map. According to this, the river should curve left. Spider pointed. "It curves right." Squirrel frowned. "That seems unnecessary." At the riverbank, a worker was stacking rocks to redirect the water. "Much better," the worker said. Splash! The redirected current flooded a patch of daisies. "Bad river," Spider shouted. The worker ran for more stones. Squirrel began calculating where they should go. A voice called from behind them, "Please don't." An elderly gardener sat beneath a crooked tree drinking tea. "This garden has survived 300 years of people improving it." Spider looked around. "It does seem tired." The gardener smiled. Visitors often believe looking and correcting are the same thing. A butterfly landed on Howler's red feather. He froze. "What am I supposed to do?" "Nothing," said the gardener. The butterfly rested, then flew away. Squirrel stared at the flooded daisies. "What are you feeling?" Spider asked. "Annoyed?" "At the river?" "At everything not going the way I think it should." A faint fragrance of wet earth rose from the bank. Squirrel breathed in. "What is this for?" No instruction came. Only quiet. Squirrel stopped planning where the river should go and watched where it was actually going. The current struck the new stones, bounced toward the daisies, then spilled into a narrow channel hidden beneath ivy. "Wait." He pulled away the ivy. An old stream bed appeared. The gardener nodded. The river already knew where to go. The workers removed the added stones. Water returned to its old path. Farther along, they found a rose bush covered with uneven blossoms. Spider reached for his pruning shears, then stopped. "I am having an urge." "To improve?" asked Howler. "Very strong." They looked. Some roses were large, some were small. One had lost half its petals. A bee crawled into it anyway. Spider put the shears away. "I can stop trying to rearrange everything and simply look." They continued. A stone path bent unexpectedly around an empty patch of grass. Squirrel wanted to straighten it. Instead, they followed the bend. Behind it sat a little girl sketching clouds. "If the path were straight," she said, "people would walk through my picture spot." Howler nodded. "The crooked path has a job." At noon, a bell rang. Visitors gathered for the improvement contest. The judge asked what each had fixed. "Straightened 12 flowers. Repainted 6 stones. Corrected the river." The river worker raised his hand. "Actually, we uncorrected that." Then the judge turned to the Angelteers. "What did you improve?" Spider thought. "Mostly our urge to improve things." Squirrel smiled. "Maybe nothing here needed to become something else before we could meet it." The gardener poured 3 cups of tea. Howler's cup had a chipped rim. He took a sip. Still tea. Before leaving, Squirrel looked across the garden. The crooked tree leaned. The roses differed. The river curved. Nothing seemed to be asking for judgment. Squirrel understood that letting things be did not mean refusing helpful action. Helpful action could still happen when needed. It meant allowing perception to come before interference. Look first. Listen. Let what is here be here. Then, if something is theirs to do, guidance can arise without demanding that the world match a private picture. Spider pointed toward a crooked sign at the exit. "Should we straighten that?" The sign read, "This way out." It pointed exactly where they needed to go. Howler smiled. "Seems to be doing its job." So they left it alone. Miracle-minded practice. I can stop trying to rearrange everything and simply look. May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.